Here we are back at the Mad Mechanics lab. Here's our Pontiac Astra we've been doing work on, and we're going to be driving that in a couple of weeks. Over here, what we're doing on the Monza is the old brake lines, of course, they get rusty. The ends broke off, which I expected that's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I got a length of the brake line, and I'm just going to rebend this one. It's a pretty simple bend. Even if you haven't done it before, you'll have no problem doing it. Just has a little bend that goes up there. It's 3/16 line on these H bodies, and this side, of course, it's just as broken and crappy on this side. So what I'm going to do on this one, I couldn't find the right length, not a big deal. So what I'm going to do is just make my couple bends, get inside the firewall, bend it, and probably connect it somewhere in here. It's not critical where, just somewhere in here. This line is all good condition in here, so it's not a big deal that I can find one long enough. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is just cut a piece and bend it. Things you're going to need is a pipe bender, a pipe cutter, cut your pipe, and here you're obviously two-piece flaring tool to make the flare like this on here onto this piece here to connect this together. What I got here was a 30-inch piece of line with fittings at both ends, and other things you're going to need is this fitting to fit the two pieces together that screw together, and you're going to need one of these fittings, 3/16. They call this 3/16 a standard thread, not a European. And so you're going to need these two pieces here, fitting end, this fitting to fit the two together. Piece of line, I got 30-inch for the passenger side. That's going to work really well. I'll be able to bend in here. It's about 15 inches to get into here, so I could, run another 15 inches. So I'll see where that ends up. It might connect in here. I'm not sure until I bend it, but it's going to be an easy fix, easy way to fix these. Very easy to use these benders if you've never used them before. They got the degrees on there, how much you want to build them, 45 degree, 90, whatever you need to bend it to make your bends. This is the most bend here, is this kind of U bend here, and then obviously it bends this way towards you too, and goes behind here, obviously, the new piece, and then it'll go into your rubber hose and then go to your caliper. So that's easy way to fix it. I wouldn't, if you have to fix the passenger side, I wouldn't even worry about getting a line that's long enough to go to your proportioning valve. I would just get a 30-inch is what I used. It works good. I've done it before. And just connect it in here. You're not going to have a leak. These fittings work really well. And this side is about 36 inches on the driver's side to go from the proportioning valve out to the fitting for the caliper hose. It's about 36 inches. I found it's about 42 is what line I found, but it's not a big deal because obviously the line on this side is way longer. So I'm just going to make some bends where I want them and whatever, so it's out of the way of things, and it's going to work perfectly well. So we're trying to get some of that done today, see what we can get done today. It's kind of raining on and off here. It's not the best weather for doing stuff. It's every 5 minutes it changes the weather, so I don't know if you can see that. It's just like rain and then sun for a minute and then rain for 20 minutes or whatever. So it's not a good day to do that, but I'm going to get some of these lines in and a few things done. And then I'm going to see what other things I can do. Our wind is coming up here pretty heavy now. We'll probably have a storm. It kind of comes in here all of a sudden. It's not like you have any warning really around here. It just comes over the mountain, and then it's, you know, you don't know whether it's going to be nice for the day or crappy. But on Wednesday, it's supposed to be 33 Celsius. So that's going to be beautiful. We're going to get a lot of this stuff done Wednesday, and then towards the weekend I'll be showing more of what's going on, and we're definitely going to get a lot more done. So yeah, and this was my other front arm. I haven't got it all painted up yet, but I put the ball joint in, and the sleeve I made is welded in good and stuff. And this is actually the pinion seal for the rear end. So I already changed the axle seal, so I'm going to change this guy too, because I don't know how old the other one is, and I prefer to just put new parts in. Then I know the condition of everything in the car, and I know how reliable it's going to be. I've already changed the axle seals and stuff like that, and the bearings are all mint. They've been changed at one time, so I'm not going to bother changing them. But yeah, this is pretty much what we're going to get done today, I think. But stay tuned, and I'm going to show a lot more things, and I hope people ask some questions, and then I can show stuff and tell you stuff related to what you want to know. I'm obviously, I said before, I'm using the S10 front spindles, the S10 upper and lower ball joints, the S10 calipers and rotors and stuff, and on the back I'm using the S10 axles, and I got power brakes on this one, so I don't have to change anything. They're in good condition for that part. I don't have to change the master cylinder, and it being a Monza, it got a little bit of upgrade from the Vega and Astra for the front brakes and the size of the calipers in the first place. So the proportioning valve and the master cylinder and the booster are going to work perfectly fine using the S10 parts. I've done it before and it works perfect. It brakes way better than the brakes actually worked in the S10, and they're actually a fairly similar weight, the ones I've had anyway. I guess that's it for now, and I hope somebody asks some questions, and I can do a video on what they're interested in asking about, and it should be good. It's going to be a good project. We're going to get lots done starting on Wednesday. The weather get better, so this can be great. Anyway, this is the Mad Mechanic Slab, and I'll see you next time.